Greetings. I'm going to be talking about fat loss and weight management. I'm a nutrition and dietetics student, and this is a super big topic, one that I'm very passionate about. Obviously, it's super important for your health. Being overweight is a huge cause of so many leading diseases: heart disease, diabetes, cancer, all of that. And people do really struggle to lose weight, and I totally get why. Everyone's sort of fed all this misinformation, but it really just comes down to very simple facts. I'm lazy. I actually think everyone's sort of quite lazy. The key with fat loss is sticking to the diet and sticking to the changes you've made. So my argument's always, the easier you make it, the more accessible you make it, the more weight you're going to lose, and you're actually going to keep it off. So yeah, here are my 7 lazy minimalist fat loss tips. Number 1, base every meal on fiber-rich foods: beans, lentils, whole grains, and my favourites, the fruits and the veggies. If most of your plate is covered in these foods, you're going to get full, mate. Fibre is so filling. You're not going to be hungry. You're going to actually be full on very few calories. These foods are all super fibre rich and very, very low in calories. They're basically just water and fibre and with a load of micronutrients, but there's not many calories to them. A lot of people think about losing weight and they think they have to go hungry. No, I'm not about that. Just eat very filling foods and you don't have to go hungry. Yes, these foods might seem boring at first, and they can when you come from a very ultra-processed diet where your taste buds are just getting like zapped every 3 seconds with all these crazy flavours. It only takes 2 weeks for your taste buds to change. Stick with it. I promise you, your taste buds will change. I used to hate beans. I used to hate loads of veggies. Before going plant-based, if someone cooked me like a chili con carne, say, I would pick out the beans and the big bits of tomato. I was that fussy, annoying person. I recommend do not restrict on these foods. Just pound them down. You'll feel full from it, I promise. Beans are especially filling. I eat oats, beans, and then loads of fruits and veg each day. And when you're filling your plate with these, there's less room for the high calorie food, the meat and the dairy and the oils, refined sort of like white breads and things. You want the whole grain. If you're going for the grains, you want the whole grain because it's so much more filling and it has more nutrients in. Number 2, eat fruit and veg as snacks. It's so easy. It's the easiest snack in the world. You just grab an apple, eat it. Just get used to eating fruit and veg as snacks. I really only snack on fruit and veg. Don't snack on these protein bars or breakfast bars that are advertised as healthy. They're just full of shit. I don't want you going hungry when you're on this diet. You want to eat until you're full, and if you're hungry again, so be it. Snack. Just make sure it's fruit and veg. Number 3, batch cook your staple favourite foods. Now, I don't even do this. I'm giving this advice. I don't even do this because I really don't cook. I'm the laziest minimalist in the world and I really limit my cooking. I don't like cooking at all. But if I am to cook, and it's getting into winter now, I'm in my winter clothes, I'm very cold. As it gets a bit colder, I probably will cook a bit more because it's nice to have a warming thing. If you, say, make a huge bean stew or soup or something like that, that's what I would make. I would make a big stew sort of thing. Just make it on bulk and just eat it the rest of the week. If it's filled with vegetables, this stuff really rarely goes off, honestly. It can last the full week easily. If you do like a big pot of veggie chili or a soup or a curry, just make loads of it and then you can just keep eating it for the rest of the week. It's so easy. Anything to cook less, I'm here for it. Number 4, keep half of your plate full of vegetables. They're the lowest on the calorie density scale. They're so packed with nutrients for so little calories, and they'll keep you really full because they're full of fibre. They're just really good for you. Loads of greens, loads of veggies. I will make like a huge salad most evenings, and most of it is just veggies. It's lettuce, tomatoes, beetroot, peas, beans. And if you want a little cooked bit, chuck on some cooked broccoli, cauliflower. There's so much volume. You get to eat a nice big portion and you feel full after it because a lot of your appetite is with your eyes. So if you see a big portion of food, your brain's like, I'm getting well fed. Number 5, frozen produce. I love frozen fruit and veg. When people think of frozen food, they think of sort of microwave meals and less healthy stuff. I love frozen fruit and veg. I will always have a load of chopped frozen veggies, frozen peas, frozen blueberries. I'm obsessed. I put that in my oats every morning. You can store them for ages. They don't go out of date. And they're actually usually more ripe. I think people think that frozen fruit and veg are inferior in terms of nutritional value. However, because the fruits and veg are picked at their like peak ripeness and then straight away they're frozen, you're actually getting super, super ripe, nutritious food, which probably has more nutrients because it's been frozen at its ripest point. Other fruit and veg are often picked too early and they're not quite in their ripe, juicy era. Also, frozen veg, you don't have to chop usually if you buy it pre-chopped. Number 6, avoid those junk foods. Even if you're a vegan, avoid the vegan junk. It's easy to think, it's vegan. is healthy. No, it's not. The reason junk foods are useless for weight loss is because they have no fiber. They're not filling, so you can eat a lot of it. And they're usually super high calorie because they're pumped with oils. I say avoid, but obviously it is hard. We live in a world where these junk foods are everywhere. And I do think if you want this diet to be sustainable, you want to let yourself have a sweet treat once in a while, because this isn't a diet that you're gonna do for 8 weeks and then go off it. This is lifestyle habits that you're going to do for the rest of your life. And so I think it's a bit dramatic saying cut out all junk food, because junk food's bloody yummy sometimes. And if I go see friends, I'll have a little vegan donut. I'll go out to eat at restaurants, because honestly at this rate most of that is junk food. They douse it in oil and salt and sugar and stuff to make it so hyper palatable. But I'm not here stressing about it. If you're going out to eat once in a while, as long as it's not a regular thing. When I'm making food for myself, it's whole foods, no junk. And if I go out to eat, I'm not stressing about it. And it's nice to try new vegan flavours at restaurants when I go out to eat. But I'm not making it a regular thing. And finally, number 7 is to drink loads of water. This is such a basic one, and I actually don't drink any water, so it's so rich coming from me. But dehydration is often mistaken for hunger. Obviously, if you drink water and you're still hungry, then you're hungry. A lot of people are very not in tune with their hunger cues and can't tell if they're hungry or thirsty. But I always think drink a load of water first, or a herbal tea. I don't drink any water. I'm like a camel, but I do drink quite a lot of herbal teas, so I think that's how I get away with it. And I'm eating a lot of water-rich foods, so I feel fine. My urine's always looking very hydrated, so I'm not too worried. But herbal tea is a big one. I love a herbal tea or a normal tea, English breakfast tea, whatever you want. Just make sure you're getting in a load of liquids, because sometimes I'll go to snack and I'll say, I'll make myself a tea first. And then that tea has satisfied me. I also have a chocolate tea bag that I'm obsessed with right now, which also sort of satisfies my chocolate sweet tooth. So find a tea bag that you love. If you're a sweet tooth person like me, find like a chai tea bag or a chocolate tea bag, or mint and licorice is a really nice one. Licorice sounds disgusting, but I promise I hate licorice, but it's really nice in tea bags. It's sort of just a sweet taste. So yeah, find yourself teas that you like, stay hydrated, keep those fluids in, and you oftentimes will realise you're thirsty, not hungry. Anyway, that's all my tips. I hope that was helpful. Let me know what you thought. And remember, this is a lifestyle change, not just another silly little diet.